So guys, today I'm going to be talking to you guys on basically the Gunrunning DLC, what I think of it, what you guys should buy, what you guys shouldn't buy. I'm going to first give you guys a tour, then I'm going to show you basically what you can do, how you can get those vehicles for a lot cheaper than what they actually sell for. So I'm over here at my bunker now, and basically I'm going to show you guys a tour. I bought the cheapest one out of all of them, because in reality they're all like a few miles away from each other. If you guys look at only bunkers, they're literally only a few miles away from each other except for this one. And this one, I'd suggest if you want to buy one that's close to the city, buy this one instead of this one, because this one costs like a bunch more money more, like 700k more. And yeah, so basically if I go in my bunker, as you guys can see, it'll pull up this big old contraption thing, man. I don't even know what to call it, like an entrance, I guess you could say. But yeah, so you can put your personal vehicles in here, which is kind of cool. Now, I don't know about personal vehicles. I know that you can put at least one because it says Bay 01. I don't know if you can get your friends to put theirs in here. But yeah, as you guys can see, that my value already is at $125,000 when my stock is not even that far up, and my supplies aren't even like up at all. So as you guys can see right here, I bought the transportation, and I'm going to show you guys basically around the clubhouse. So as you guys can see right here is the truck, which I'm not going to get in yet. I'm going to definitely show you guys which one you should buy and what things you should buy with it. And yeah, so that's the truck. Basically, you can upgrade it as much as you want. There are no limits to the upgrades. You have every single upgrade on the game for that truck, and there are a lot of cool features inside of it. Now if we keep on going down this hall, there is the gun room slash my room slash research room, all in one area. So this is a research room right here, and if I go just to the right of it, this is the gun room. And the gun room is basically where they make all the guns. I call it the gun room. They make all the guns, obviously, and where they stock it is just right back here. As you guys can see, these walls are kind of filled up. If you look behind me, there's some right there too. But this is really filled up. I didn't understand what this back area was used for until my stock started to get up a little bit, and I came back here, and this is basically what was back here. So I think that was a very cool feature for them to add, that like you have this whole area for like driving and space and cool stuff to do. So now if we go back in the gun room, we go over, you guys can see my computer over there, and that's basically the extent of the whole thing. There's the starting room where you drive in, then there's the truck room, then there's this room, basically, this whole area. So now, you have to be an MC president, sadly. So if I were you guys, I would go on your phone, go to the foreclosures place, hit enter site, and then if I were you guys, I'd buy the cheapest one, which is right here. So this clubhouse right here is $200,000 without renovating anything, which is what I did. And basically, once you have a motorcycle club, go to it and start up a motorcycle club, and that's how you get to access the computer. So if you're not a motorcycle club member yet, or if you're not a CEO, you can't really access anything, sadly. But if I were you guys, I'd just purchase a motorcycle club, and then basically it'll tell you to set up everything. Once you have everything set up, your supplies level will be all the way up, but your stock level will be all the way down, and you're gonna have to get it up to here. And this whole stock level bar, I'm pretty sure gives you about 500,000 to a million. I don't know exactly. I want to say it's 500k in a pretty short period of time, as long as you keep your supplies up. The research area, you have to get your research bar up a little bit higher, and I don't know how high you need to get it up for each. But you can do the fast track research, which is really expensive because it takes a while to get the research thing up. Then you have to sell stock. If I were you guys, I'd sell it to Los Santos instead of the Blaine County, because you get an extra like $60,000, $70,000 from that. Now if you go to manage staff, you can either assign them to manufacturing, research, or both. If I were you guys, I would switch it to manufacturing at first, because you want to make some money really quick after this DLC. This DLC takes away a lot of money. Like, I started out with 4 million on this, and I only have like 40k right now, and I did buy a lot of upgrades. You probably want to do that to get your money back. Then you can do the research, and the research is basically used for doing the missions. So then obviously you can buy upgrades like the motorcycle club, or I don't think the CEO business could, but yeah. So you have the security upgrade, which is cheaper now, and you have the staff upgrade, then you have the equipment upgrade, which costs a lot of money if you want to do that. It's about 2.3 million. This back here is actually the living space, but I did not purchase one as I did not have enough money and I want to save up for that truck. And basically, yeah, that's all really there is to this bunker. And now I'm going to show you guys the truck, but before I do that, I'm definitely going to show you guys which truck you should buy and which truck I bought. So now that we're on the Warstock website, basically you want to just buy the mobile operations center. It's very useful. If I were you guys, I would definitely change the cab to the hauler, not the Phantom. The Phantom can get blown up very easily, and the hauler cannot get blown up, I don't think, after like 5 explosives hit it. The bay, the command center, I would get, because I got that because there is a turret. There's 1 turret. But if you get the back turrets, there's 3. So if you have 4 people as your friends, if you have 4 people including yourself, then you can easily take out people if you're trying to deliver supplies or deliver stock, whatever you want. Now, this is where I messed up, in my opinion. And I don't really see a very big like thing in this. So if I were you guys, I would make your bay 2 weapon workshop, and then make the 3rd bay the personal vehicle storage, specifically because I picked the weapon and vehicle workshop because you can, I didn't realize that I thought you could put your personal vehicle in there, but instead all you can do is put those weaponized vehicles in there, and that means you have to buy them, which they cost a good bit of money, and it takes a while to get them too. If I were you guys, I would just take the interior color as white. It is cheap, and it looks the nicest out of all of them, in my opinion. That brown looks ugly, that green looks ugly, and that brown looks ugly. Basically, once you're finished buying a truck, it should be here. You should be able to go over to the handyman over here, and you should be able to start customizing it, and you can get max upgrades on this thing. As you guys can see, I'm only level 61, and I have 50,000, or I have the armor upgrade up to 100%. Brakes I can get the best, engine I can get the best. Horn, you can get any horn you want. So now if you go inside the cab, actually, you guys will see that you can do a lot of cool stuff in here, but at the same time, there's a lot of useless stuff in here. For instance, as you guys see right here, this is where the weaponized vehicle would go, but I don't have any, so I couldn't bring any in here, and it might be useful for me in the future once I start getting millions, and I might be able to buy the cars. For example, the Dune FAV. If I put it in here, then basically I would be good, because then I can upgrade it, and I'm pretty sure this is the only way you can upgrade it is in this area, if you in fact do have one of those Dune FAVs or any of those other cars that came with the Gunrunning DLC. So now this is where the weapon workshop is, as you bought it with the weaponized vehicle workshop. So you guys can customize your loadout, you can customize anything that you want in here on the left side. But now on the right side, this is probably the coolest thing about the Gunrunning DLC that I like. You can customize your guns way more than you could if you went to ammunition. You can get a lot more tints. You can get so many more cool stuff. Brown, orange tint, green tint, army tint, etc, etc. You can get an upgrade on the gun, which is right here. Costs a little bit of money, but if you have it, then you can upgrade your gun easily. And you can buy these other 2 guns, which I don't think you can buy in the store unless you're like a really high level. I'm pretty sure the heavy sniper comes at like level 70. So now this is the command center, and basically in this area, as soon as you walk in the door, you can change your clothes, which I thought was like pretty cool. I didn't realize it until I saw the little clothes hanger, and I saw you could actually change them. So as you guys see right here, you can go to outfits, and you can basically change your outfits. It's kind of cool. And then this is basically the command center. If you have your friends, you can get your turret out, and it only works if you are actually out of the area, and there's only 1 on the front. So if you do have 4 if you have 4 friends including yourself, then it'll only be 1 person controlling it, but the other 2 people can stay in here, which is kind of cool. So you guys can like watch each other, do whatever you want. You can exit right there, or you can access mobile operations, and I'll show you guys kind of more about it and what I've learned from this. So here are the missions that you have to do. Basically, on the cover of each mission, it'll show you kind of what car you get for the discounted price. The first thing is the Dune FAV. It costs about 1.5 million to buy normally, but then you get about a 50% discount, and you can get it for $850,000, which is how much I can get it for now. Dune FAV is a machine. The passenger can have a machine gun, which has an unlimited ammo in it, as you guys can see kind of a little bit on the front. Next car, I have no idea what that's called, but yeah, you can get that for a discounted price. All the ones, you can basically get it for that trade price, like it said. For example, if I went on my phone right now, and if I pulled up, because I did that mission, once you do those missions, then you get those specific vehicles. Right here, the Dune FAV, you can buy it now for 850k, only if you do the mission. So as you guys can see right here, the half track, that one that I showed you in the beginning, costs 2.25 million normally, but if I wanted to do that mission, if I did that mission, then I could get it at 1.695 million. So now I'm going to go into a full synopsis on basically what you should not buy, and I'm going to start out with the foreclosures. So whenever you first buy one, you're looking around, you're looking for the bunkers, you hit the bunkers tab, you're looking around, okay, they're all up top, and you want to say, I want to get one that's close, but I don't have enough money. If I were you guys, I'd just buy the farthest one away, especially if you have Merryweather and you can call them and just be like, hey, I need a helicopter. So if you buy the cheapest one, you can save about $500,000. That's 1.65. That one's 1.15, which is the one I buy. Even though it's the highest one up, you can definitely just call Merryweather and say, hey, I need a ride. And they'll be like, okay. And so they'll bring a helicopter to you. But if you guys do have 10 mil, 15 mil, 20 mil, 30 mil, 50 mil, then I'd suggest buy this one right here. You're saving yourself a good mil almost on this, about 700k. So now let's go on to the truck. If I were you guys, buy the hauler. Bay 1, buy the command center. Bay 2, I would suggest the weapon workshop. And for Bay 3, I would suggest the personal vehicle storage. It helps a lot, especially if you're doing missions and you can store a Karuma in there, so you'll be okay. Interior color, I'd make it white. Now if I were you guys, I would not buy the transportation, only because I have no idea what it's used for yet. It could be used for something decent, or it could be used for nothing, in all honesty. What I've been thinking recently is that what you do is that you go over, and whenever you want to sell your stock, you have to take it, put it on the back of the transportation, and then take it over, and you should be good. But even though it does cost about 100k to 200k to buy the transportation, especially if you buy the second transportation, which I'm guessing just loads stuff on it, you will make it back, but at the same time, it is just wasting money. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I did spend a lot of money on this DLC. I spent about 4 mil, and that might not be a lot to some people, but that's a lot for me because that's how much exactly I about saved up for this DLC, and I spent it all, and now I'm like really broke, only $37, and I think I'm gonna go sell my stock once it gets all the way up and once I get resupplied. That's basically just been a synopsis of this whole DLC, in my opinion. I really don't have much else to say. I basically wasted a lot of money on this DLC. It was a very experimental thing, and maybe next DLC, or maybe I can find a glitch or something for you guys, because I know I feel terrible for just doing that to you guys, like posting that glitch on the day before the DLC came out. I wasn't really thinking that well, and I really feel bad, so I'm going to try and find a new one where you get into solo public session, even though I am on one right now. It's just because my internet's not that great. So that's basically how you do the bunker, and that's basically my thoughts. That's basically what I messed up on, and I hope you guys learn from my mistakes, because I made a lot of mistakes during this thing. So anyways guys, that's been the video for today. Hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, leave a thumbs up, and as always, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.